This was the scene 10 years ago this week when a powerful wall of water, mud, rocks, and trees thundered down a mountainside in the Peaks Creek community in Macon County.
5 people were killed and more than a dozen homes destroyed. The massive slide happened after 2 hurricanes devastated our area.
As News 13's Cheryl Barber reports, the memories are still very vivid for people in the community.
But it was over in just less than a minute, and everything was destroyed in that length of time.
The memory is still vivid after a decade for mudslide survivor Glenn Holland. September 16, 2004, around 10:30 in the evening, the whole valley shook with a powerful roar. His wife wondered what was happening.
And she said, "What I hear?" And I said, "Sounds like a tornado. Quick, run to the basement." And time we ran to the basement, it was over with. And it had come through and it wiped out everything.
5 people died, including a victim's unborn child. 16 homes were flattened, some buried under tons of mud and logs. One of them belonged to his son.
He was trapped inside, and we ran down, wife and I ran down to see, if he was all right, and they were just getting out of him and his wife just getting out of the house at that time.
Holland's home wasn't damaged, and his son, his daughter-in-law, sister, and brother-in-law all survived. But there was little remaining of their homes and property.
It looked like the whole neighborhood had just been wiped clean.
Coordinating rescue efforts and the search for victims' remains, Emergency Management Director Warren Cabe.
The landmarks that normally you would use to navigate your way through the neighborhood, they weren't there. You had no point of reference by which to judge where you were or what you were dealing with.
Cabe says some homes were replaced, but most of the people living in Peaks Creek moved away. Investigators never found a cause for the mudslide other than repeated downpours from the 2 hurricanes. Today, most of the areas that were scrubbed clean are now stands of young poplars and sycamores. But time has not erased the tragedy for the survivors.
Life goes on, so you have to come to grips with it. It'll never be like it was before.
Reporting in Macon County, Cheryl Barber, News 13.
The county now owns the land where the homes once stood.
A task force was appointed to study the disaster to try to prevent that type of disaster from ever happening again.
It's frightening, the power of Mother Nature sometimes.
Really, hurricanes Ivan and what was the other? Francis. Yes, in 2004.